She's sitting here whining and crying about people being upset with her over social media. You abused an animal in public in front of children for no reason. Okay? Cry me a river. Hey bitch, and welcome back to me talking about people I hate. Also, I think this video can be douchebag equestrian of the year, bitch, 2021. Sarah, why'd you have to do it to me, Sarah? You know, if you guys are following me on TikTok or on Instagram, which I recommend following me on both, you would already know about this because I did a brief overview, but I wanted to sit down and actually make an in-depth video talking about this because there's so many problems with this. But as always, before we get into the video, I just want to say a massive thank you to Link Equestrian for sponsoring this. If you don't know, Link Equestrian is my own animal activist apparel line, and I come out with new designs usually once or twice a month, or if there's a special occasion. This Friday, we're actually launching a special Thanksgiving design, and 10% of all the proceeds are going towards the Gentle Barn Foundation, which is a foundation that I've partnered with to help save turkeys this Thanksgiving. So definitely head over there to check those out if you're interested. But otherwise, let's get into the video because Sarah did it to me. She did. She really got me riled up, girl.
No, it's not natural.
She just kicked that horse.
You know, it just baffles me because this day and age, when everyone has cell phones, if you're a shit human being, there's basically no way for you to hide that. Obviously, it's never okay to be an animal abuser, but what baffles me is when people abuse animals in public, because then you know that it's gotta be a million times worse behind closed doors if they're that brazen about it in public. That is a whole new level of psycho, in my opinion. So if you don't know who Sarah Moulds is yet, where have you been, really? I mean, really, where have you been? Sarah Moulds was at the Cottesmore Hunt over the weekend in Great Britain, and it took place on November 6th. Basically, this was, I'm pretty sure, a pony club event. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that, pony club. Pony club's gonna come for me, oh my god. Pony club has since cut ties with her, so let me just go ahead and say that off the bat. Regardless, this was a hunt that took place over the weekend, and it is a pretty famous hunt. A lot of people do it. It's not like a real fox hunt. Fox hunts are actually illegal, so it wasn't a real fox hunt. It's just one of those like trail hunts that they do nowadays, even though, I mean, literally just last month, one of the most famous hunt members was called out for still doing illegal fox hunts, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Sarah and a group of kids, it looks like, were riding horses on this hunt, and it looks like they were getting ready to trailer the horses somewhere else or back home. Maybe their hunt was over, their trail ride was over, and it looks like one of the kids maybe dropped the lead rope of one of the other horses, and the horse was just kind of walking around in the road, and the horse literally didn't do anything and walked back over to one of the kids, and the kid grabbed the horse, and then Sarah's gotta be a bitch, you know? She's just gotta be a bitch for no reason. What you see is 37-year-old Sarah Moulds beat the absolute tar out of this horse. Thank God for the people there filming who yelled at her. Because if it wasn't, honestly, if it wasn't for those people being there, you have no idea how long she probably would have beat that horse for. I mean, really, the only reason she stopped is because people started honking and screaming at her, and then she's like, oh shit, girl, someone's watching me. And then she puts the horse up in the trailer and continues to yell and be mad. Oh my god, there's so many things about this video that just make my blood boil. I think the worst thing about this video is the fact that she did this in front of children who I'm pretty sure were part of the pony club, because we've confirmed at this point that Sarah Moulds was part of the pony club. And since then, since the RSPCA started investigating her because people found out who she was, immediately. I mean, it's social media, girl, you can't hide. She was immediately kicked out of the pony club and has since been receiving death threats and went into hiding and deleted all social medias, etc., etc. But we'll get into that in a second. Why would you do this in front of children? And also, she's a teacher. Did I mention that? She's literally a primary school teacher. Girl, watch, there's probably gonna be like a Me Too movement with her students. It's just so sickening that she would beat a helpless animal in front of children, teaching the children that that's not only acceptable, but a way to handle that situation, which is so not okay. And I hope that the public reaction and response to what she did shows those kids that were there that what she did was not okay. The fact that they were exposed to that and they had to sit there, and they're helpless kids, what are they gonna do? They literally had to sit there and just watch her beat the shit out of a pony. That is so honestly terrible. I feel so bad for those kids that had to be in that situation. And since the hunt organizations have come out basically saying they don't condone these actions, which I thought was hilarious, because literally just last month, one of the major leaders in the hunt organizations was caught telling people to do real fox hunts. I mean, there's a reason why there's still people trying to expose fox hunts, because a lot of really terrible, fucked up shit happens at fox hunts, okay? Horses get abused, animals get abused. I'm sure there are some good riders and some good fox hunts. I'm gonna have people in my comment section being like, oh my god, Raleigh, there's still some great fox hunts because I do it and like we don't abuse horses. Great, you know what? I'm sure there's still some good ones out there, but I'm just saying that the people who filmed this video were animal welfare people monitoring the fox hunt. So when you have a group of people monitoring you to make sure you're doing the right thing, chances are they're monitoring you because you're almost never doing the right thing. I mean, guys, I've made several videos about fox hunts, how they get exposed almost every single year for doing fucked up shit to animals. But what was interesting was the Pony Club's response and how they completely cut ties with her immediately. And she was also suspended from her teaching job at her primary school that she worked at, which, good. Why would you allow somebody who abuses helpless animals to teach children? Shamed huntswoman filmed kicking and slapping horse is suspended from her primary school job and axed from pony club role as RSPCA leaves card at her front door telling her to get in touch as she goes into hiding after death threats. The married mother of two who was involved with her local pony club has closed down her social media and is staying at a secret location away from her semi-detached 350-pound property after receiving abuse and threats. Is anybody upset about this except her? I mean, let's be real. You were abusing an animal. Like, you should be lucky that you're not going to jail, which she might actually be facing animal cruelty charges. She's sitting here whining and crying about people being upset with her over social media. You abused an animal in public in front of children for no reason. Okay, Crimea River. A neighbor, oh my god, this is the best, said she had to go away after receiving death threats and loads of vile abuse. It's awful and it has gotten very much out of hand. She fears for her life. She has young children and she is worried about them as well as herself. She's well known and respected in the equestrian circles, and her social media was bombarded with comments from very angry people after the video went viral and she had to close it down. She is in this situation to nobody else's fault but her own. You put yourself in that situation. You are the one who put the nail in your own coffin. Maybe don't abuse animals in public if you don't want public outrage for what you're doing. And also, I want to say that the fact that she did this openly in public just goes to show you that she definitely does this behind closed doors, because nobody in their wildest dreams would ever treat a horse like that, period. They definitely wouldn't treat a horse like that in private, and they absolutely would never dream of treating a horse like that in public. So the fact that she was so comfortable doing that in front of other people means that she's definitely done that before, meaning that you are not a respected equestrian in the community. And obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say that anybody should go and bully her or send her death threats. By this neighbor saying that it's gone too far, girl, she could literally go to jail. Like, I don't think you understand how serious this situation is. She was blatantly abusing an animal in public, and everyone else knows that that's not the first time she's done it. What she did to that horse was not normal. It should have never happened. It's not condonable. It's not respectable. It's really hard to have empathy for somebody when you put yourself in that situation. Don't abuse animals if you don't want the public to be outraged and absolutely hate you forever. If you don't want to go to jail, if you don't want to lose your job and your career, maybe don't abuse animals, you know? I don't know what else to tell you. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check out Link Equestrian, but otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!